We are back on the sightseeing trail pretty early this morning. We've got 3 different sites that we are going to here in the city of Jiayuguan, and it's all to do with the Great Wall. We're at the most western point of the Great Wall of China, and we started off at this fortress. This fortress was started in the 1390s. Again, just blows my little mind a bit that not only is this still standing and in pretty good condition, but the fact that the technology that China had back in the day was pretty impressive. We made our way through the fortress and walked up this ramp so we could see the views, and it's on a plain. There is an absolute strategic need to have something here because people could just sneak up on you. You've got no way of seeing them. There is this ramp that we walked up before. This is its steep bit going down. When we finished at the park, we got into these camel cars because this part of China is actually the start of the Silk Road. Well, it's actually a wee way into the Silk Road. So that was another section of the Great Wall. There's its Wibble in the car park, and that's the 2 Petersons making their way up the Great Wall. It took us probably about 35 minutes to walk up and back, and it wasn't too hot today, but it's definitely steep and definitely a workout, so be prepared to walk those steps. Absolutely worth it. The views from up here are incredible, and it's amazing to see the contrast of the old Great Wall, this one's from about 500 years ago, and the new modern city. We made our way back down. It was pretty steep, and it was really windy actually all along this part, and so I used my new China scarf to give myself a bit of a cape. And everything, as I said, it's about the Silk Road, so you see camels everywhere, and this guy apparently, he and I became friends. Then we had a typical Peterson stop of a quick ice cream or ice block before heading off to our next attraction, and this is the 3rd one of the day. We went to the first beacon of the Great Wall, so the very end point of the Great Wall in its southwesternmost point, and it butts up against this river, so strategically really clever. But we were standing over that river, and you wanted to make sure that that glass was very strong. Again, it was so windy out here. All that remains of the first beacon is that rocky outcrop there, but you can see other parts of the Great Wall of what remains. And this side of China on the west, it looks so different than what we saw when we were out near Beijing. We had an absolutely phenomenal day just doing a day sightseeing, and we love these little carts that you get to hoon around at the sightseeing spots in China. Tomorrow is a big driving day before we have hopefully another big sightseeing one.